Hola, hello, ¿cómo está? Bonjour, this is Miss Chic, ASMR, and welcome to our channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you my boots collection. So it's probably a bit of a strange video to be making for spring, but I was doing some tidying up and it's actually got quite hot as well over the last few days, so I'm going to be putting these boots into storage, and I thought I should make a video with them before I put them away. So this video is going to have some speaking, some fluffy mic scratching, and lots of boot tapping and scratching. So this is the first boot. It's great for winter. It's a bit like an Ugg style. I got these ones ages ago. They're actually made out of like a faux suede material, so it's not a real suede. And it's got like these two black tassels on it and a fur trim. So these are actually quite comfy, even though they're quite flat. But they're really roomy. I read somewhere that it's better to wear shoes with a wide toe box, and these ones have quite a wide toe box. The area for the toes is quite large, quite wide, so they're very comfortable. I think I got these in Shoe Zone. Even though they're made out of a faux suede material, they're actually quite warm. And they're also lined with black fur. The only thing is that because they're quite flat, they're kind of chunky. So even though they're comfortable, I find that I can't really run in a pair of shoes like this. Especially because my ankles are not as strong as they were before. So there's not really much support on the ankle because it's kind of soft. So sometimes I wear these boots for work and for shopping trips, but not really for walks and hiking. The next pair is another boot that I got, made out of like a suede material, and I also got this boot a long time ago. You might recognize it from a few of the walking videos that I've made in the past. It's been a really long time since I've worn this boot, though, because the heel is quite, it's not that high, but after my knee accident I don't really feel stable enough walking in boots like this, even though the heel is quite chunky. But these are from New Look. I have really tiny feet. I don't know if you can see the size in the camera, but I'm the equivalent of a UK size 2 or a European size 35. So I used to wear these boots for nights out and also more formal events where I might need to dress up a bit. They look great with black trousers or even a skirt or a dress. And this one, even though it's like a suede material, or in this case like the other boot, it's a faux suede, it's not that warm compared to the other one. It's not like lined with anything. I did have a similar pair of boots with like no heel, and they were also like a suede material and they were flat. And I did show that pair in my Giantess Helps You Find a Shoe Home video that I made last October or November, but I've since donated that pair to a charity shop because they were kind of a bit tight around the ankles, so they didn't fit me very well. This pair was a present from my dad for my birthday. It's more like a walking boot style, sort of like a Doc Marten, and it's a really nice, like dark blue-grey kind of colour with a red and blue shoelace for contrast, and it's also fleece lined, so it's great for autumn winter when it gets a bit colder, and it's super comfy. I really like wearing it for work and also for walks and hikes and things because it's got really good traction, and it's also great when it's icy because the traction is like non-slip, so you don't slide around when you're walking on the ice. And you can see the Levi's logo on the bottom, and also here on a little red label on the side. And what I find a little bit unusual about this boot, I've never seen it before, where it's got a zip to fasten it and this little velcro as well, which I guess helps to keep the zipper in place, so you can put the zipper just on top and the velcro like that, so it's sort of helps to stop the boot from getting undone. And you can adjust the shoelaces as well so they can fit you. It's getting a bit too warm to wear this now, so I'm definitely going to be putting this one into storage. I actually had a pair of like brown boots with a fur trim that I showed in my Giantess roleplay, but I also donated that to charity because unlike this one, the traction, even though it looked really good, it was kind of slippery, which was strange because it had quite a lot of traction on the bottom. But this one's really good for winter, and it's really like good as well when you're walking on rocky ground, I find. This is another pair that I got just last year. I bought myself this pair of boots as a birthday present. It's sort of like a brown, beigey camel kind of colour with some like hints of grey, so you can wear it with a brown outfit or grey or neutral colours. And it's really comfortable as well. It's a little bit heavier than the Levi's boot, but it's very sturdy, and I really like how it goes quite far up your ankle. So I tend to wear these for work and also for hikes and walks and things, because I find that it really supports my ankle quite well. So this one, it also has a zip on the side, and you can adjust the fit with the shoelaces. And this is a leather boot, but it also has like a suede trim on the ankle part. And it's also got really good traction. But because it's not fleece lined, I think I can still wear them in spring because they're not that warm inside. So I can pretty much wear these boots all year round. I would like to know if you like wearing boots, or do you prefer a different style of shoe? Honestly, if I could, I think I would probably wear boots all year round. I really like having boots and shoes that support my ankle. Not because they're more comfortable for me, but also because of the style. I just prefer it. So the next boot is something else that I showed in my roleplay. This is another suede boot. It's a similar colour to the ankle boot that I showed you just a moment ago. It's from the same shop. It's from Clark's, and they're known for making really good quality leather shoes. So this one is made out of real suede, and it's not as warm as the fur trimmed one, so I can probably still wear it in spring maybe. It's definitely something you can wear in autumn because it's quite, you can put tights and things inside, but I don't really like wearing it in winter because it does get a bit tight. I think maybe my feet might be growing a little bit or something, but they are definitely tighter with like thicker socks than maybe what they used to be. But also nowadays I have to wear a thicker insole inside my boot and my shoes. That's probably why it feels tighter. This one's nice and soft. It's a bit sturdier than the other suede black boot that I have, but it still doesn't really support my ankle as well as the other ankle boots. It kind of reminds me a little bit of the boots that horse riders wear. It's a very similar style, and it's got the Clark's logo embossed on it on the heel here, just above the heel. I've learned the hard way that these boots are not waterproof, so although they're nice for autumn, I mainly wear them on dry days, because one time, actually not that long ago, I wasn't expecting it to rain. It wasn't even in the forecast that it was going to rain that day, and I was wearing these boots, and I think we had a fire drill or something at work, and I had to go outside, and I got soaked. My feet were really wet. I don't know how long I was outside for, maybe less than an hour, but these boots soaked up the rain like a sponge. And also, the traction's not great for the winter. I mean, it's not bad, but my other boots are better for walking around on ice and frost and things like that. So now the final pair. This is another pair of boots that I haven't worn in a really long time. I got these ones years ago from a shop called Barrett's. I rarely wear them because, I don't know, I don't really find them that comfortable. They have like a very slight heel on them, but they're a little bit wobbly. I find it easier to walk in flat boots, so I very, very rarely wear these. These are made of black leather, and I actually have to go for children's shoes because my feet are really tiny. So I wanted a pair of like knee-high boots, but they don't make them for children, so these ones, even though they're quite long, they're probably the longest that I can get for children's shoes, and they come sort of like halfway up the shin. I like this sort of like folded material design here. And I do like the slide heel. It does sort of like give an impression that you're walking on like pointed boots with a higher heel somehow from the front. It sort of looks like the heel would be higher, maybe. But they are a little bit wobbly for me. Like, I do kind of find it harder to walk in them, which is why I don't wear them very often. And I think maybe I have made a couple of videos in these boots before, but I'm not sure. These ones are waterproof because of the leather material. Honestly, if I could, I would probably get some knee highs, but I've never seen any knee highs like in children's sizes. Now that I'm feeling a little bit more stable on my legs, then I could try and wear these again. I think I'm just not very used to wearing anything with a heel, especially nowadays. I mainly just wear chunky boots nowadays, even for like going out and things like that. I don't really go to bars and pubs much anymore, and if I do, I just tend to wear sort of flat shoes and nothing even remotely with a heel or with a pretend heel like this. But I could probably start wearing these again now that I am walking a lot better. Anyway, that's all for my video tonight. I hope that you enjoyed the fluffy mic scratching and the boot sounds. You'll have to let me know which boot was your favorite. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Good night.